What's up everybody and welcome to a brand new FIFA Friday here on TGI. I am Matt and today we're going to be carrying on with our FIFA 16 manager mode career with Aston Villa. So firstly I'm going to have to apologise that I did say we were going to have double episodes last week, but that ended up not happening. Reason was that I was busy preparing for our new show which aired or premiered this week. You can check it out on our channel. It's Level Up. It's our new daily news show, so even more video game content for you guys out there. But FIFA will still be a regular occurrence on our channel. It's one of my favourite games, so I'll keep bringing it to you every Friday. With that in mind, let's do a quick recap of where we were last time. We were struggling for goals. At the end of our last 2 episodes ago, we struggled in the league. We'll go into our calendar season here and just remind you. And so we had this draw against West Brom, and then we kicked off the next video after we had 2 draws in a row actually. So it was a 1-0 win in Everton, and then 0-0 draw against QPR, 0-0 draw against West Brom, and a 0-0 draw against Arsenal. So really struggling in the league. Then we went to Nou Camp and got a fantastic win, 1-0 away to Barcelona, and then we scraped a 2-1 win against West Ham. And then we started turning on the power, 5-1 in the Cup, 4-0 in the league, and then we ended it with another win in the Champions League. So this time out we'll be finishing off probably our European campaign by the looks of it. We've got a game against Barcelona, and we've got a few important games here in the Premier League. So we'll get through November. First up we've got this really big game by the looks of it here against Liverpool. So some international stuff, but you don't need to worry about that. As always, we will just sim straight through it. So we've got this game here against Liverpool. Our team is looking pretty tired from their last game out, so may look to rotate it, with the exception of maybe Sane in for Adama, because Adama was suspended. Sane was suspended in the Champions League, if you remember. So let's get into this here then straight away. Hopefully we can get ourselves decent results. Not an easy game against Liverpool, but I fancy our chances. And we get ourselves off to a really good start with a 2-0 win away to Liverpool. But it wasn't all easy. We started the game really, really well. You'll see here, high pressing gave us a chance. Sinclair playing in Iheanacho, and him getting himself a goal, sliding it coolly past Mignolet inside the first 10 minutes. But after that, we just couldn't get hold of the ball. It was nearly all Liverpool. You can see here, using the pace of Markovic and Anderson on the wing, and almost paying the price for a sloppy defending there. But Dragowski with a really good save, not only getting his hands to it, but holding on to it as well. Liverpool fans obviously getting behind their team, big support for them. And in the rain, it was really difficult. And we soaked up the pressure until right at the end, where we got it out wide to Sinclair. He stuck it past Mignolet, and that was it. 2-0, only 2 minutes to go. That was game over. Not a huge amount of highlights you can see there, as we did hold strong. We were organised, but Liverpool absolutely bossed the possession. It says 55%. It felt more. It felt like I barely could get on the ball at all. Whenever I did, they quickly won it back off me with their high pressing, but we held strong defensively and got ourselves a really good win. I think that gets us off to a good start now, and hopefully we've got a nice international break now, so yeah, hopefully everyone can come back free from injuries, and we can then carry on with our season as we start to approach the halfway point. What we got here? So Payet's finishing has just gone up. That's good. We've seen him miss a couple of chances in previous games. So let's simulate up to this one here. FIFA World Cup qualifiers. So we've talked about this before, and the thing's still going to remain that I'm going to keep the team pretty much as is. I don't think there's any massive changes that need making. Could put maybe Barkley in there ahead of Lallana. I think it's probably not a bad decision. But other than that, not really a huge amount. Only 3 defenders on the bench, so we can take Jones off the bench for Lallana. And It's a shame Ali's not a little bit better in this game because obviously he's got good pace and shooting. Milner's always a solid option to have in the middle of the park. We don't really need two wingers. Let's take Walker off and put Milner on the bench just in case. So there we go. Here's our team. You can see no Rooney in there. Unlike Roy Hodgson, we've had the guts to say let's move on with a post Rooney world, and hopefully that team should be getting a result against Ireland. Obviously, fierce rivalry between the two of them, but come on, we really should be winning this, right? Yeah, 2-1. Henderson picking up an injury. Wiltshire getting sent off, so all our central midfielders getting in trouble, which kind of makes this this next game a little bit more of a problem. Player injured, 2 months. Okay, fixed problem myself. So yeah, now we don't have either of our central midfield pair. So comes in is Milner, and I guess it's going to have to be Dele Alli. It's the only options we've got in central midfield now. Wiltshire coming off. We'll put. There we go. So really unfortunate that both our central midfielders go and get injured, or well, get themselves out of this next game here. Liverpool won't be happy with me for injuring Henderson either. Hopefully none of our players are picking up a 2-month injury while they're away. So let's have a look here. Against Hungary, surely we should still have enough to get the win. And we do. Sturridge and Kane once again on the score sheet. 2-1. 2 wins for England. Got to be happy with that. The qualifier should be a formality. It's more about the actual tournament itself. So simulate through all of our training again. We might look to change some of these up shortly. These players have been training for a while now. I'll have a look, maybe see at the start of the next video. We'll do them for 1 more month. Right, so we've got our suspension is... Oh, it's just... Why are they telling me about Jack Wilshere's suspension? I don't care about Jack Wilshere's suspension. So simulate up here. Got a couple of big games coming up against Swansea and then against Barcelona. And was that Angel Correa saying something? He wants something. I'm really enjoying. Yeah, don't worry, mate. You're going to be playing. Calm down. And you can see in that bottom right corner, we are back on the top table. Team's starting to drop points left, right, and centre once again. You know, look at that. I mean, like, only 3 teams above 2 points a game now. City have dropped off. United really struggling. So let's have a look at their records very quickly. So 8-3-1. Spurs are 7-2-3. You know, it's really weird that these teams do so badly in the league. I mean, obviously our form is okay, 9-3. That's the kind of thing I would expect to see from a lot of the top teams, though. So hopefully that's something EA can fix going forward. I think they make teams too weak in career mode when it comes to dropping points and stuff. But let's get into this anyway against Swansea and at least keep our winning ways going. And if there was any doubts about our form this week, we have backed up our very good win at Anfield with an even better win at home against Swansea, 4-0. Pretty much as soon as the first whistle went, we were on the front foot. Chances here going in from Neves, shooting just wide. He definitely was keen to get himself in on the action today. But whenever Correa's on the pitch, you've got himself a chance. He turns, has half a yard, so has a shot and beats Fabianski into the far corner. Great goal from him. 1-0 halfway through the first half. And then, again, he was trying hard, making things work. Got a deflection and Payet trying to cut it back across. Fabianski getting in the way. But Payet rather, into Correa again. And he shoots, beats the keeper, but hits the post. He was definitely in goal-scoring form today. And then Neves charges down a loose ball and rifles a 25-yard thunderbolt past Fabianski. What a goal from him, from our central midfielder, getting in on the action. And then Payet again with a chance going past the defender and hitting it beautifully across Fabianski. He didn't have a chance. Now the only thing left was, would he get his hat-trick? Sane trying to give us some width down the side, and that was basically the case the whole game. They were chasing shadows. Adama was on. Could he put in a great low ball? He did, and Koya got ahead of Fabianski. It was a great finish, and that was his third of the game, his second hat-trick of the season. 4-0, great performance from him. Definitely showed that he deserved his place in the team as he requested, and I'm sure he'll be over the moon with it right now. Right, here we go. Super Koya in form. I really feel I'm in good form, so thanks for playing me, boss. There he is. He's in the news. Of course he's in the news. Why wouldn't he be in the news for being in such great form? He really has been a great signing for us. Every time he plays, I feel we have a chance to score with him on the pitch. It's great. It's so good to have him. It's been a really good signing last year, obviously. Iheanacho, he's still a very competent striker, but he's not quite in the same class as Koya just yet. And our only other options we had last year was Ayew, who he was okay, but his finishing just wasn't up there. So here we go. If you remember from last time out, Galatasaray surprisingly actually beat Barcelona, which means there is a possibility that we could all end up on 12 points. So we just need to avoid defeat here today, and we'll be through to the knockout stages. So here we go, going with our best strength team. I know they're a little bit tired from the last game, but they've got to go for it. And really hopeful if we can beat them at the new camp, we can definitely get a result here against Barcelona. So come on, here's the big game. Let's go do this. And unfortunately, when we needed the point to secure qualification, we fall at the final hurdle, going down 1-0 to Barcelona. It was a tough game. They were, as you expect, a better side. We soaked up the pressure for the most part. We did have a couple of chances ourselves on the break. Jesse towering with a header that was just over the bar. But when it kicked, and then we had a long-range effort that was never really going to go anywhere. But it's just so frustrating. We had a couple of chances. We had to take one for the team with the yellow card there as they tried to counter-attack, as you expect. Neymar, Messi and Hazard, their front three, all very dangerous. And then we just gave the ball away in this area, dangerous area, and Messi's not going to miss from there. Really disappointing. It was just one mistake defensively, trying to get the ball up the pitch. But then Payet with a glorious chance in the 90th minute. Sinclair angry at him, and that was the chance to secure qualification right there with Payet, and he just couldn't put it in. So pretty disappointing. But if you told me that we would have got 3 points from our 2 games against Barcelona, I would have probably taken that. Well, I would have taken that at the start of the season. We knew that the key games were the Galatasaray games, and we know that is still the case now. All we have to do is go to Galatasaray, or they come to us, whichever way around it is, and make sure we avoid defeat. It's all we have to do, and we are through to the next round of the cup. It's just a shame it's had to wait one more round, unless, of course, Copenhagen got a result against Galatasaray, which is pretty unlikely, but there we go. So anyway, back to the Premier League now. We need to put that disappointment behind us and focus on this next game here against Spurs. So this is a pretty important game. It's kind of the cliche 6-pointer. I know it's early on, but we are 6 points clear at the moment. We could go 9 points clear of them with a win, but obviously they could get back to 3 points if they beat us. So not going to be an easy game. Obviously, whenever we've got Korea, we have a chance. Let's have a look and see what their fitness is looking at. Their team's looking pretty good, so I'm going to go with these guys again because it's such an important game. We'll get the other team involved at some point, but a big game, top of the table. Want our best players on the pitch, and hopefully we can get ourselves a win against Spurs to really set ourselves in a good position as we approach the halfway stage of the season. And we return to form with another really convincing win in the Premier League, this time away to Spurs. In the early going, Michael Vorm was in fine form, saving a couple of chances as you saw there. A header and then following up with a rebound. And then the header from the corner, he did really well, tipping that away. And I was starting to think, oh my god, is it going to be one of these days where the keeper just saves everything for him? There was even a couple of saves before that you're not seeing. But anyway, from the second resulting corner, it's flipped in. Keeper comes, doesn't quite get there. Neves gets ahead of him for his fourth for the season. From 0 to 0 so quickly for Mikel Forman. Neves is having an absolute beautiful season. But what about that for a pass? What about that? Into Geis after Neves has won the ball high up the pitch. Geis with a no-look back pass into Payet, and then he finds himself in acres to go home. And if that wasn't good enough, how about this from Sane, stepping inside and bending it into the far corner. Couple of goal of the season contenders in the same game, in the same half. Absolutely beautiful stuff from Spurs. And Neves everywhere, all over the pitch, throwing in tackles on Eriksen, throwing in tackles on Dembele. He was my man of the match without a doubt. What a great performance from him in the middle of the park. And Correa somehow finding his way through a sea of white and gets himself his obligatory goal of the game. And then just to round it out, Areola, not to be outdone, did well with a couple of saves here. Hits the post, a bit of a scramble, but he maintains his clean sheet. I just want to show you this again because I don't think you get the full appreciation of it from before. So we start here. There's a chance for Neves to win the ball, and he did so. He tackled this guy, you can't quite see, goes in hard, ball goes away, he flicks it, and then Geis, first time, no look back pass. Look at that space that's created, and then Payet's not going to miss from there. What a great goal that was. And as an Arsenal fan, I couldn't be happier with destroying Spurs at White Hart Lane. So we march on in the league. Okay, the Champions League was disappointing. We know that's a big step up for us, but we have definitely got every chance of going, not on to win it, but we're going to be thereabouts again in the Premier League. I can tell you that much for sure. Get through some of our simulated training here. Bazoa increasing his defensive stats nicely. So that's good. We will move up to our next game in the season. What we've got here, we've got some player conversations. The Toot. I don't feel I'm getting as much time on the pitch as I should be. It's not making me happy. Well, it's because he hasn't played the last couple of games now, but it's okay. They're going to get the next game away to Hull. Get them out there. Definitely a good one, because then we can rest our team for that really, really critical game against Galatasaray, which we will use to round out this week's video. So we'll get this game in here against Hull. One we should really look to win. Like I said, gonna play our other guys, give them a chance before they start getting unhappy. Hull languishing near the bottom of the table, so hopefully we can get ourselves a pretty convincing win here. And for the third time in a row in the league, we've got another 4-0 victory. This time our quote-unquote second 11 getting involved in the action with a really comprehensive win over Hull. Really good goal there early on from Adama, getting it out of his feet and striking it past the keeper from the edge of the area. Really good goal for him. And then one back in a good position here, slided into Sarabia, and he himself with an equally good finish from the edge of the area. Maybe question marks on the keeper there. It wasn't quite as in the corner as Adama's, but he got himself a goal. And it looked like they might have a chance to get back into it Hull, but it was a really smart save by Dragowski. He's always performed really well for us whenever we have needed him. And then in comes Sarabia again with another effort. This time though, the keeper does get his hand to it. Pretty decent save. And Sarabia going again, really pulling the strings in that number 10 position, forcing another smart save from the keeper. However, while he may be happy about that save, from the resulting corner, it came in and he went into no man's land. There was no defender on the back post. It was really poor from Hull, really easy for Sarabia to get himself his second of the game. And that was pretty much it. It was very pedestrian after that. The Toot with a long range effort. Keeper saves it. Easy tap in though for Sinclair at the far post to give us the 4-0 win just as we were approaching stoppage time. And that was it. Pretty comprehensive in the league this time out. All the fears we had from last time, or the last couple of videos where we just couldn't score, they are now just a distant memory for us, as we are scoring freely once again. And now we've got this really important game in the Champions League. As you can see there, you assume Barcelona will win against Copenhagen, so we need to make sure that we avoid defeat to Galatasaray. Otherwise we're all going to be on 12, and then it will come down to, I think it's goal difference. Is it goal difference or is it head to head? I'm pretty sure it is goal difference. But let's just make sure we get ourselves a point and avoid that scenario. That's probably the best thing to do. So what we got here? We've got a couple of emails, suspensions and everything over. Danny Pryor, you've been playing every game. You just missed that one game. Shut up, Danny. Yes, you are an important player. You are a very important player to us. So we'll simulate up to the game, and then we'll have a quick look at the table, see where we are, what the situation is. And there we go. Contract offer declined. Like a greater role at the squad. Okay, so you may or may not have seen, I can't remember if I showed this or not, but where is he? Amavi wants a contract increase. He's only on 20 grand, so he wants a double your money deal. That's fine. I mean, he is a very important player to us. So there we go. Let's bring him in. I think I forgot to give the role. So there we go. He is our number 1 left back. So let's have a look at this here anyway, and see what the situation is. I think it does go down to head-to-heads between the teams. So at the moment, well, our goal difference is quite a bit better than Galatasaray. So if it goes on goal difference, we should be okay. However, if it goes on heads-to-heads, what did we do against Galatasaray? Well, let's not worry about it. I don't want to be like, okay, we can lose, but only lose by a goal. Let's just go there, get a result, and then it'll be fine. So here we go. Massive game in the Champions League. And any doubts of not making it through to the knockout stages of the Champions League were destroyed tonight, as we got a really, really fantastic win in Turkey. Now the score may say 4-0. You'll see a couple of goals are just extras right at the end, but it was a tough game. For the first half we were really struggling to get into anything, and then on the hour mark, set piece once again, Dimitri Pryor with the header, really getting a few decent headed goals in this video the last couple of games. So Reader Wolf putting his body on the line as we were doing defending all time. The continental referee deciding that that was too much of an aggressive challenge. I do not agree with that, but there we go. It was a yellow card, and after great hold up play by Korea, Sane placed it, and then Geis with a thunderbolt of a shot. Really good finish, and that was with only 15 minutes to go. And at that point, we knew we were through, because we only needed to draw. We weren't conceding 3 goals in 15 minutes. They had a chance shortly afterwards there, but that was always rising. And then, obviously, huge space in behind as they were going all out for their attack. Dimitri Payet again looking for his second of the game, but not to be. But then Sane flicks the ball back in, and Bazoa with a cheeky little flick. Don't know how he was onside. Must have been someone on this near side playing him on. He was in acres of space to turn it home. That was in the first minute of stoppage time. And then in the last minute of stoppage time, into Korea. Needed to get himself his goal. Obviously played a big part in the second, and now got himself on the score sheet. His 3rd in the Champions League so far this season. And we are through to the next round of the Champions League. Really good result for our debut appearance in the competition, and getting out of that group when we had Barcelona in, and more importantly, topping the group. Granted, that was, we should say thank you to Galatasaray for getting a result against Barcelona first, but there we go, we are through, and we should be getting some decent, there we go, 8.6 million for making it through that next round, so that's really nice. That will enable us to maybe add a signing in January now, which is really helpful for us. We can obviously worry about that in the next video. We're going to leave that there for today. We've played quite a few games, and it's been a great video. We've won them all. Well, actually no, sorry, that's a lie. We did lose to Barcelona, but we've been 100% in the league, and we're through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. Let's just have a quick look before finishing this off to see whether or not the draw has yet been made. I don't think it will have been. but we can have a very quick look and see where we have gone the long way around by the looks of it. Our Championship Cup, there we go. So the draw has been made. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Oh, there we are. We're up there. So we've got Dortmund in the last 16. Not an easy game whatsoever. But, you know, when you get to knockout stages, there's no such thing as an easy game. Really good to see all 4 English teams made it through as well. But, yeah, not going to be an easy game. But this is where it really gets serious now. We'll worry about that next time out. Like I said, if we can bring in another player in January to help strengthen our squad, that would be great. But at the moment, everything is going well for Aston Villa. So let us know in the comments down below. Maybe start thinking about who we should be bringing in. That will probably be possibly at the end of the next video, or if not, the video after that. So start having a think, obviously, what we need to add to our team. But for now, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I will see you all next time.